Tonight, it's the Meet the Queens of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15. I'm counting down my first impressions from the very worst to the very best.
If you don't have star quality, get the out of here.
This is Reality Reflex. Before we begin, make sure that you like and subscribe so you can get all of the Drag Race and reality TV content. Number 16 for me is Anitra. And let me just say, did they go to a college fraternity and was like, someone want to do drag? Like, I was just not impressed by this personality at all. Like, I was getting bro-ish vibes, like chuckling too much. It wasn't even cute. Like, I know that we're on MTV now, but does that mean we're gonna get like my Sweet 16, like barely knowing how to behave in a club drag? Like, I just don't want to go down that route.
Girl, take it easy.
Number 15 for me was Aura Miari, and so, like, basically I was getting what she told me she does, and that's about it. In the Meet the Queens, you need to be showing your personality, and you need to be that bitch times 10, because someone's gonna stand out in this group, and bitch, it was not you. Number 14 for me was Lux Nor London. I was getting a fierce energy, and that's for sure, but it was very from a youthful perspective. Very, oh my goodness, like, where is this gonna go? Number 13 for me was Mistress Isabel Brooks. And so I was getting Texas woman, I was getting pageant Southern drag, and that was pretty much about it. Her personality was not there or awake for this interview. I was just watching a chill dude just kind of explaining what they do in drag. I was not getting someone that was like, hey, America, this is me doing drag. So I was like, I'm not too sure what to think about that. Number 12 for me is Amethyst, and firstly, my note was no. She spent like so much of her time in this interview talking about how she goes to Taco Bell, and then she kept on talking about her nose like that was her only shtick. And she had comedic diarrhea, and she was claiming to be a comedy queen, but all I was getting was geek.
Fuck my drag.
Number 11 for me is Sugar, and let me just say, it was pretty obvious that she's not the twin that's more into this than the other. Let me just say that her drag looked like rags compared to her twin sister. But let me also say, because she's the twin sister, you know she's going to make it halfway through the season. And then you know they're going to have a big, like, elimination lip sync against each other. And I'm totally here for that. That I do want to see. But it's going to be this bitch that goes home.
The ultimate shade of it all.
Number 10 for me is Jax, and so we're finally starting to get out of the queens that are like, do you even have a personality? And so firstly, okay, let me just say, I was sold as soon as she said BBB, booked, black, and blessed. Yes, queen, you get that. And so she's apparently a stunt queen. She's apparently short. You could throw her in a cannon and shoot her somewhere and she's cool with it. Number 9 for me is Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. And okay, so on the positive side, should we go there? I don't even know. Well, so firstly, LaShawn Beyond is her drag mom, so that is a huge plus. She comes off as a little pageanty. She comes off as seasoned, so that's a good thing. But she says baby doll, baby doll, baby doll 3 times, and that's just like a little too much. But she did redeem herself for me, because then she dropped, I always have to call it out when they say it, she did a New York Tiffany Pollard look at the material quote. So I'm like, bitch, a Flavor of Love fan, I will call that out every single time. Hell yes, bitch, thank you. At number 8, I have Lucy LaDuca. So she came in, she like has this super ultra femme personality. Apparently that all goes away when she's out of drag, and she becomes a construction worker by day.
Yes, bitch, work.
Number 7 for me is Robin Fierce, and she had a fierce vocal speech pattern, which was firstly notable, which, you know what, I love that, and you know why, is because at least it's showing that the bitch is present to film a fucking show. Some of these queens don't even understand that. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to entertain an audience right now? But she was here for it. I was getting glamorous vibes. I was feeling the fantasy. Number 6 for me is Spice, and I will say the look is very polished. Her personality is like young on the like a little too young kind of side of things, and her aesthetic is very much like plasticky. In my opinion, that was a plus. But anyways, I know the judges are gonna love her, and I know that she's probably gonna bring it. Out of her and Sugar, clearly she is the one that's like more thirsting for it. Like 100% she is clearly more that bitch.
They eat her up every single time.
Number 5 for me is MARCIA. And well, so obviously, let me just say it, her appearance just right off the bat is young, privileged, and white. But so the more the bitch was talking, the more I was into it, because she was saying, oh, I'm an NYC queen. And you know, it's a make it or break it town there. So let's see if she can live up to this reputation that she's creating for herself. Number 4 for me is Princess Poppy. And just looking at this bitch, it is just like, girl, seriously. I can just tell that my husband's gonna be obsessed with this bitch out of drag. And that's just like, oh, I have to hear about that all season. In drag, she is just so captivating to look at. It's like, oh my God. Her aesthetic is giving me like another element in like the Willow Pill kind of universe. I don't know, but she is just fucking stunning. Is she albino or something? Oh my God, I can't even. But yes, I was just getting a good energy from this bitch. I was just really feeling it. So hell yes, Princess Poppy. Number 3 for me is Irene Dubois. So she is a Seattle queen, and sometimes that can be a little sketchy. Other times it's obviously the best of Drag Race. And so in this case, I am feeling she is a yes bitch work, kind of doing it well, kind of a queen. So hell yes, I put her in this position. I was getting a gay fabulous personality. I was getting sci-fi epic queen realness. She had some crazy hands going on, and it was motherfucking fierce as fuck. Her look and her shape was correct. She was coming correct to this competition, and so I'm here to see it. Number 2 for me, for the second most anticipated in this whole competition, is Sasha Colby. And well, honestly, do we even have to go into it? She's obviously a legendary drag mother, a drag race mother, in fact, to Carrie Colby season 14. And so here she is. She's going to be serving it up. She's obviously serving fierceness and pussy. I mean, bitch, look at her. Did you see that hair? I was sold just by the way she was whipping around that ponytail. So you know what? Yes, this is the bitch that I'm excited to see. She can do a split. So you know what? This girl, I'm ready for it.
Gaga Chandra.
All right, so first place for me, the absolute best well done performance as far as showing who is who in this motherfucking Meet the Queens. Number 1 has to be Selena S. Titties. She was so hilarious. She was so present. She is so ready to give a fucking show. And seriously, Meet the Queens is make it or break it, okay? Either you're here to perform and you know what you're talking about, or you're just gonna be some bitch sitting there in a chair. You need to be present for the Meet and Queens because it's the first impression people have, and only the true Hollywood showbiz bitches understand this. All right, everybody, so that is my ranking and that is my review of the Meet the Queens RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15. I am so excited to be back, and I will see you guys on January 6th.